Gráinne was born in 1530 at Clare Island Castle, in County Mayo. Her clan had been seafaring before the Normans came in 1172. Terra marique potens, powerful on land and sea, was the family motto. Gráinne's ships traded with Scotland, France, Spain and Libya. Gráinne went to the door of Rockfleet Castle in 1566 and proposed marriage to Iron Richard Burke, so called because he worked iron ore deposits. In 1558 Iron Richard, aiding his father David against the second Earl of Clanricarde, also called Richard Burke, had led 1,200 Scottish Gallowglasses, mercenaries, into battle. Scots often fought the English here. All of Scotland, Ireland and the Isle of Man formed one unit. Called the Gaeltacht, or Gaelic Homeland, held together culturally by bards and poets. These travelled around the three countries, celebrating their music and maintaining linguistic uniformity. Iron Richard was an honourable man. But Richard Burke, the second Earl, was from another clan. He was debauched as was his father Ulick of the Sculsburg, the first Earl. Noted for savagery, the father had accepted his English title from Henry VIII, under the surrender and regrant procedure. He had so become Protestant. Richard Saxonic, or Saxon, was how the second Earl was called by local people. They reviled the family's disloyalty to Ireland. Ulick had had offspring from 3 wives and other women. In any event, his son Richard had eventually succeeded as the second Earl, and he also had many wives and concubines, impoverished Gaelic women, mostly alive at the same time. He had put aside his first wife, the mother of a legitimate son. He accused her, a woman of high birth, of practicing witchcraft. He and his father did not adhere to the Gaelic Brehon laws, which did not allow the practice of using daughters as disposables. In 1567 the Earl, in an abyss of moral turpitude, sought from Queen Elizabeth I, the grant of lands taken from suppressed religious orders. Sir Richard Bingham was appointed as Governor of Connacht in 1584. Bingham considered that the Irish were never tamed with words but with swords. Setting English armies against unarmed civilians was the colonial practice. He conducted a quiet but bloody war, extinguishing Gaelic civilization in the province over 30 years. In 1593, he arrested Gráinne's 2 sons, Theobald and Murr, and her half-brother, Donal of the Pipes, a musician. Gráinne petitioned Queen Elizabeth I. So Bingham, fearing charges had been laid against him for his murderous excesses, fled to England. Gráinne made an historic journey, sailing up the Thames, to meet with Elizabeth, who had ruled England, after Henry's death, in 1547. The 2 queens communicated in Latin, their only common language.